Hello and welcome to America Latina Story. The history of Mexico is more than often written in the blood of its children, and some places are particularly symbolic of this tragedy. Tlatelolco was originally a city-state on the shores of Lake Texcoco. Conquered by the Aztecs, it was gradually integrated into the capital Tenochtitlan. Upon the arrival of the conquistadors, it had become a vast market dominated by a monumental temple, the greatest in all of Mexico, as described in the Historia Verdadera de la Conquista de la Nueva España, written by conquistador Bernal Díaz del Castillo. Tlatelolco was the site of the last battle of the conquest of Mexico by Hernán Cortés, the place of the ultimate resistance, where 40,000 Aztecs, so it is said, warriors and their families perished. A plaque was affixed on the side several centuries after the event that read, "This battle was neither a victory nor a defeat. It was the difficult birth of the Métis nation that is Mexico today." Still, this battle left a significant scar in the collective memory of Mexicans. To minimize the matter, the Spaniards destroyed the pyramid which marked the site and, with its stones, erected in its very place a church. It is in the 1950s that the second chapter of the Tlatelolco tragedy began. Mexico City was developing at a rapid pace. Housing was needed for the many workers who flocked from the countryside. Lake Texcoco was drained, and a large modern urbanization project was decided upon around the church that now marked the center of ancient Tlatelolco. The space around the church would be left open to form a large square called Plaza de las Tres Culturas. This is the square of the three cultures, so named after the Aztecs, the Spaniards, and the Mexicans. Disciple of Le Corbusier, the young architect Mario Pani was contracted. The project involved the building of 102 residential bars ranging from 4 to 22 floors. It was the time when people believed blindly that this type of town planning would contribute to social progress and human happiness on Earth. Alas, this visionary planning was only going to be the setting for another massacre. The year is 1968. Mexico hosts the Olympic Games. The event was to be a showcase for modern Mexico. However, a group of left-wing activists thought instead that it should be an opportunity to show the world the social injustice and brutality of the law enforcement agencies in Mexico. On October 2nd, a monster demonstration took place on the Plaza de las Tres Culturas. At 6 p.m., a gunshot was fired from an unknown spot and the massacre began. According to the sources, between 24 and 350 demonstrators and about 50 members of the security forces were killed. At the time, snipers from the specially formed Olympia Battalion stood positioned on the roofs of the bars. Meanwhile, escaping protesters were tracked down in the halls of apartment buildings, beaten up and arrested. Here is the testimony of the French journalist Fernand Choiseul, published in the newspaper L'Équipe. Present for the Olympic Games, he had decided instead to cover the student demonstrations. There was a huge crowd on the square. Suddenly, I saw a helicopter arrive. Equipped with machine guns, it sprayed the crowd without warning. I was with the students who were interrogated by the security forces. I did not understand what they were saying. They were shot at point blank. It was my turn. I held my press card in my mouth and the militiamen did not shoot me. A new stele in memory of the victims was built next to that commemorating the Battle of 1521. However, the tragic events that had taken place in the Tlatelolco district did not in any way tarnish the image of the urban complex and the name attached to it. It was not until the 19th of September 1985 that a curse was forever attached to the name Tlatelolco, because that day, disaster was not caused by human hands, but by an uncontrollable and superior power. A magnitude 8.2 earthquake struck the Mexican capital, killing up to 10,000 people. The district of Tlatelolco was particularly affected. Several bars of flat collapsed, killing all the inhabitants. Whole sections of building crumbled to pieces. Entire floors fell on the roadway. There were over 300 dead. In addition to the natural disaster, an investigation revealed that the buildings had not been constructed to prescribed standards and that they had not been maintained according to plan. But the curse was not over. 32 years to the day after this tragic event, the 19th of September 2017, a magnitude 7.1 earthquake struck again the capital Mexico City and the Tlatelolco district, killing more than 6,000 people throughout the region. Today, the district of Tlatelolco offers a grim sight and harbors many problems linked to poverty and mismanagement. Due to the endemic violence, there is a de facto curfew. Most of the unmaintained bars of flat are unsanitary, and several buildings show a 1.5% slope. They could collapse at any moment, as if the build-up of ruins upon ruins in Tlatelolco will never stop. Thank you for watching this program. Do not hesitate to subscribe to the channel. This is all for now. Goodbye.